Alright, another game here. Switch over to the right game. Losing the die roll against Jenara. This thing always gives me a pain, especially with mono green, because it flies. It's actually a really lethal clock. If they just play it, if they go first and they play an mana elf or something, you're often just facing this thing on turn 2, and then they hit you for 4 or 5, and they hit you for 7. Anyway, you don't have a lot of time. This game's no exception. Totally unplayable opening hand into this. Playable, extremely poor. But we're going to go with it because I have Cradle and Garrick and a prayer. I draw another forest. And my opponent plays Lotus Cobra to further complicate things. So even if he doesn't... Sometimes you can hope that they don't hit 3 mana of 3 colors on... They don't hit Bant mana on turn 3. But with Lotus Cobra, that's a foregone conclusion. All I'm doing is just playing second forest here. The Oracle's kind of interesting, though. Still a ways off, though. No acceleration. Yep, there's blue anyway. Jenara out and about. Alright, we got to draw something good here. I mean, really at this point, given how fast this thing's going to ramp, especially with the Lotus Cobra in play, I've only really got about 3 turns to react. And I'm hoping to just play my Omnath. Next turn untap, play Oracle, and peel land off the top, and then play Cradle. And then maybe do some Garrick shenanigans and keep him busy with that, and then play Greater Good. And anyway, it's hoping for a lot. Since I have so few, as mono green, you just have so few outs against a big flyer. Especially when it kills you in 3 attacks or 4 attacks. Chrome Mox. Alright. Moment of truth here. Play Omnath or pitch one of these extremely juicy cards to Chrome Mox. Now, if you're me and you're thinking, what would your play be? What do you throw away? Do you throw anything away? Do you wait to hope to draw a different green card? Do you just play Omnath? Well, I decided I do not have nearly enough time to wait. I need to put something into play right now. Now, Garrick doesn't accomplish anything right now, given the fact that Jenara just smashes him and kills him in 1 hit, other than just making a beast that I can feed to Cradle, but that's not all that great. Oracle, I think, especially if I hit a land off the top, will accelerate me into enough mana to make Omnath significant pretty quickly. And Greater Good I view as the route to victory in this game. So, with that in mind, as much as I hate to do it, we're going to pitch Garrick. Goodbye, Garrick. Come on, get lucky, and Greaves. No good. I swear, man, whenever I play against this stupid guy, my opponents are like, turn it over, fetch land, fetch land. Next turn, fetch land, fetch land. Off the top. And I play it, I'm just like, brick, 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 brick. Hate to whine. Maybe it's because of the fact that I play so few lands in most of my decks, like 31 to 33 usually. And I think this one has 32 land in it. So, 3rd land, figure odds are only 1 in 3 of revealing a land off the top. So, there's another Plains. Pump Jenara. Smash me. Pump Jenara again. Already taken 5. Okay, come on. There's going to be a land on top. Or not. So, we're going to just play Omnath here, and I attack. And I'm attacking here because I want to cut off his mana options a little bit, especially because I only see 1 island here. And the reason I'm doing this is because if he has other blue spells in his hand that he wants to deploy, I want him to have to tap blue mana to do that. Not play another land and use the blue through the Cobra. And I figure this is a tempting enough attack here that he might actually trade. And he does, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I'm a moron, and I didn't tap my Cradle before damage resolved. So I float 1 less green, which could wind up affecting the game. Here I am taking another big hit. So yeah, the fact that I killed off the Cobra there meant that he couldn't pump Jenara twice. Or I should say 3 times. So he's playing an elf. End of turn, float mana. So that I should have 4 now. So I'm just going to play that guy. We're going to pump a bunch more mana. So I could have 10 here. And I've got to cast Greater Good and hope, man, please don't have a negate or something. And he doesn't. I'm not going to attack. There's no way in hell I'm attacking here. Because the only way that I win this game is if I'm able to sack Omnath to Greater Good, to great effect. And that does not mean I'm attacking into white mana. It's just not worth it at all. God, look at that thing. It's 8-8 already. 19 damage dealt to me. So 1 more hit, game over. This is it. Moment of truth. And he's got 2 blue. What do we draw? Strip Mine. God damn. Talk about good timing. I have no idea if he has a counter or not. And he does float blue here. But boy, does that make my life easier. Now I'm actually able to attack because he's just got blue. So we're going to pump like crazy. After combat, level up the tree speaker. Tap it. So I could have 13 here. And roll the dice. Sack Omnath, drawing 13 cards. Booyah. I'll be right back. I gotta pause. Okay, so we've got, let's see here. So the things we're looking for, of course, any substantial blocker, obviously we want to get duplicant. We did not get duplicant. That's okay. We did get a humble Birds of Paradise, which flies. Yes. The rest of the hand is actually quite interesting. I've got Terastodon showed up, which is very, very good for crippling his long-term prospects. And I got Fauna Shaman. So, and I got the Greaves, which I saw I was going to get before, which means that I can protect the Birds of Paradise. So we got a shot at this. As far as things to throw away, Nature's Lore is not too important. I'm not seeing the Oran Viper as mattering much. I should probably cut this thing, actually. It's kind of crappy. If anyone has a good suggestion for a card I'm missing to replace Oran Viper with, I'm all ears. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't know, maybe Deranged Hermit's worth using. I don't know, it's not that good without Edric or opposition. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to throw away the Viper, Nature's Lore, and an Elf. Alright, Crypt comes down. Terastodon. Eating land. Crunch, crunch, crunch. He floats a blue there. I'm like thinking, God damn, what does he have blue for? Hopefully he doesn't have, I mean, obviously, if he had any type of thing like Remove Soul, he would have countered that. No question. Birds of Paradise comes down. And this is it. Greaves comes down. I got it on the bird. Okay, we get to live another turn. Wall. Fauna Shaman. Perfect. Got a backup of Harmonize here. And of course, drawing 9 off of Greater Good. Never sucks. So he plays a Hallowed Fountain. Casts Harmonic Sliver. Killing... And I was positive he would kill Greater Good, and I was going to have to sack my Terastodon and deal with incoming damage, because I certainly would sack the Terastodon with a millisecond, even though it means taking quite a bit of punishment from elephants. But this is all I really care about anyway. I need to draw 9. But he doesn't. He kills Lightning Greaves. I could care less about that, because I get my block in. And that's all that matters. Yeah, imagine if he had the Harmonic Sliver here followed by a Swords or something. That would have been heartbreaking. Alright. Sylvan Primordial. Badass. Not so much as a blocker, but just as a way to kill a Hallowed Fountain. Okay, so play a land. Utopia Sprawl. Casting Primordial to kill his Hallowed Fountain off to slow him down further. And we're going to go get... Well, I've already discussed it, of course. We're getting Duplicant, right? Not going to mess around with an 8/8 flyer that kills me in one hit. Duplicant comes down. Eats Jenara. Looking pretty good all of a sudden. So he thinks for a while and he plays Knight of the Reliquary. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to draw 9 here. Wow, my deck just gave me a bunch of random crap. This is not remotely what I picked up here. So we've gone into bug game territory, but at this point you can just tell anyway. It's academic. What I do in this turn is I pick up some random mana creatures, and after discarding a couple of land, I cast a I play the mana creatures to fuel up the cradle. I cast Primal Command, returning this forest back to the top of his deck and fetching Eternal Witness. Then I Eternal Witness and get the Lightning Greaves back. I use Fauna Shaman, discarding a Wicker Bough Elder that I drew in that big set of cards to get the Steel Hellkite. Play the Hellkite, equip it with the Greaves, attack, and I have exactly enough mana with a Forest and or with the Chrome Mox and the Utopia Sprawled Land to pay for 3, which kills Knight of the Reliquary and Harmonic Sliver, leaving him with just 3 elephants and 1 land in play and an elf. facing down a massive army with greater good still on the table, and he summarily... You can see me tapping the mana here to do everything. You'll see me tap down to just those 3 right there, which are the mana I'm using on my my Steel Hellkite. I did not cast Wickerbow Elder, but it doesn't matter. And he says pretty much GG, and that is pretty much the game. Fantastic comeback there. 1 turn away from death to the 8/8 Jenara, blocking with a Humble Bird of Paradise to survive, and it's enough to pull the game out. Hope you like that one. More to come. See you later.